Over the weekend, the NFL awards were announced at the 2021 NFL Honors. We'll be starting off with the offensive and defensive rookie of the year. Starting with the offensive rookie of the year, Mario's not happy about this. I already noticed. Oh man, he was so mad over the weekend. Oh man, I can't tell you how long he was on the phone with about this. It was Justin Herbert. He is your 2020 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. As for your defensive rookie of the year, it belongs to Chase Young. That's my homeboy right there. Um, all right, look, man. Let me just make your mic a little bit warm before you go off. 'Cause I know you're not happy. All right, look. Congratulations to both. I'm just gonna say it's about the offensive rookie. I mean, to Mario, what matters, honestly. I mean, obviously, and I don't blame him. But I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad at him. I mean, both put up spectacular numbers. Justin Jefferson put up some spectacular numbers. Same thing with Justin Herbert. But I will say this: I think especially in this day and age, I think the quarterback, gets way too much credit. I think it's time we start giving credit to other positions on the field. Like wide receivers, where I'm like, we need to start giving them more attention. Like I understand the quarterback is the one that starts off the play or whatever. I don't. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I think the quarterback gets way too much credit. But with that said, congratulations to both. I'm just saying, I think what was it, like 41-9 or something like that in the voting in the yeah. Yeah, I was like 41-9. That's ridiculous. I mean, either way, I'm gonna be honest. Either way, I mean, it wouldn't have made any much of a difference to me. I think it was a very close debate, unlike some of the other ones on here. But as much as I love both Justin Herbert and Justin Jefferson, I I gotta be honest with you, man. I really think the quarterback gets way too much credit.
No, I agree. Well, first of all, like my anger for like the weekend is out of the way since I found out that Justin Herbert won it. So like, I mean, first congratulations to Justin Herbert. Okay, dude's future is very bright. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I was upset at first, but then then I realized, you know what? It's not Justin Herbert's fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? He
yeah,
did win it. Congratulations to him, but it ain't his fault. Obviously, I would have accepted that trophy too if I was Justin Herbert. See, the most favorited player in the NFL is the quarterback. It's as simple as that.
yeah.
They're the ones that win the MVPs. They're the ones that win the Rookie of the Years. Okay, it doesn't matter what you do, whatever they do, it's gonna be even better. It's gonna be you can't deny it. With that being said, I'm gonna be honest. I think in the NFL, okay,
Hmm.
as a rookie, okay, I think it is easier to throw for 30 TDs than it is to receive 1,400 yards.
Absolutely agree.
That's the way I look at it. And with that being
Not to
said,
mention,
that's
don't
why
throw in 4,336 yards in those 31 TDs in the process.
TDs. I believe his ratio was like 30. I believe it was 31 TDs with 10 interceptions this year, right?
Yeah, and he threw for 4,336 yards.
Right, and I gotta give him credit for that. He threw a lot of yards. He did, and he did had a great season. But like, and this might be the Viking talking in me, but I truly believe I thought Justin Jefferson was going to win this award. The reason why is because we see Justin Herbert play, and he's a great player. Okay,
But he
not
didn't
taking
break
nothing away
records.
from the man.
He didn't break Randy
Great,
Moss
great.
record.
Not even that. It's. I don't think you could talk about Justin Herbert in the way that you could have talked about Justin Jefferson. What I mean by that is we talked about Justin Jefferson and how natural the game came to him, how his route running was just insane for a rookie, how getting 1,400 yards was ridiculous, how professional he was. I don't think you could talk about Justin Herbert's a great player, but I don't think he was talked about in that same mood as Justin Jefferson. When everybody was talking about Justin Jefferson, all the analysts, all the professionals, they all said it. We will this is a game changer right here. This guy right here is one of a kind. They might have been saying the same. I didn't hear a lot of them saying that about Justin Herbert, and I think Justin Herbert is going to be a great quarterback. But when I think it's all said and done, I think the career will be Justin Jefferson's. I think Justin Jefferson will have a more accomplished career, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. People can disagree all they like. With that being said, we're talking about this year, and it's really hard, and this is why it's really hard to compare the two. One's a quarterback, one's a wide receiver.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll say this. I think the one thing that hurt Justin Jefferson, okay, as a Vikings fan, I will say this. The one thing that hurt Justin Jefferson, right, is he only had 7 TDs.
Right.
That's it. But he can't. Hey, how can you help that when Adam Thielen's racking up 13?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Adam Thielen had like a good 12. I think Adam Thielen had no, not 13. My bad. Adam Thielen I think had like 11 TDs this year, 11 or 12. I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up. But I know. But I know. But how he really can't help that because Jefferson that wasn't his role on the team. His role was more of being the yards guy. You know. Oh, my bad. Adam Thielen had 14 TDs this year. So 14 compared to 7. So, like, I mean, congratulations to Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to have a great career. Okay. Justin Jefferson, I think, is also going to have a great career. But when I think it's all said and done, I think Justin Jefferson will be the more accomplished player. And I think whenever you're compared in the same whenever you're put in the same sentence as Randy Moss, I think that deserves some consideration. They were comparing Justin Jefferson in his first year to Randy Moss. Now, here's the thing. Now, since the rookie years are done for Herbert and Jefferson, right? Now it's all about carrying those expectations into the second year.
Right, right.
But I mean, with that being said, congratulations to Justin Herbert on winning Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Uh, you know what's funny? We just completely disregarded Chase Young. I'm sorry, man. But yeah,
What's up, man? What's up?
Chase Young was a defensive rookie of the year. In the season, he posted up 7.5 sacks, four forced fumbles, and 3 fumble recoveries. Something only 2003 defensive rookie of the year winner Terrell Suggs has done as a rookie over the previous 20 seasons. And the runner up to Chase Young was Carolina Panthers safety Jeremy Chin, and he only got 4.5 votes. So this was just an absolute blowout.
Right.
But man, Chase Young, and we talked about Chase Young before on the show. He's a young leader. Like he's a rookie, but he plays like a veteran. If you look, he's like I'll say this. He's a rookie veteran. I kind of want to say it like that
The
because
only, the only,
he's
the
a
only player
rookie.
they,
He's a rookie, but he acts like a veteran.
right.
That
And
makes
the only
sense.
player they compared him to, and the player he's getting compared to is Ray Lewis. Because
Absolutely.
they said they could never see a guy, they never seen a player who is so young but takes a leadership role so instantly. And that's the kind of mood that Chase Young brings into the Washington.
Absolutely. And it's just ridiculous and you don't see that. It's very, very rare. Usually the rookie follows the vet. But for Chase Young to become one and the same, it's just truly incredible. And I'm very excited to see Chase Young play in the future. I love that man. That's a brother right there. That man can play
Right.
some really damn good defense.
Yeah, continue, Nate. What were you saying? You done?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He's gonna be a leader for so many years to come for this Washington defense. They need him. And if they get rid of him, that's it. That's it.
Right. I'm glad you said that because that's leading into my next point. The one thing that I'm gonna say, and this is even going for Justin Herbert and Jefferson too. This
Mhm.
is this is what separates Chase Young from them. The one thing that Chase Young has on him is you look at Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis played 17 seasons in the NFL. Okay. That's what the Washington football team is getting out of Chase Young. They're gonna get a young leader who is end up gonna be taking a leader role for probably I can see Chase Young playing 17 years. I can see it.
I can see it.
Chase Young, if Chase Young plays 17 years, you have a leader for 17 years. And that's really
Absolutely.
hard to do because usually when you're a rookie, you take the rookie role for like maybe like a couple seasons, like two seasons, and then you take that leadership role in your third year. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
That's usually how it goes. It goes something like that. With Chase Young, it's different. Chase Young, if he ends up taking that Ray Lewis route where he's a leader, he was a leader his rookie year, and he's a leader through the end of his career, you have a leader for 17 years. And that is something that is extremely rare to find because a lot of rookies are just finding their steps. Chase Young made sure that when he stepped onto that NFL field,
He was
he said,
ready.
I'm not taking the same journey as NFL rookies. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm going to listen to my coaches. I'm going to listen to what they say, and I'll take tips from veterans. But he said, when I step on that field, just know I will be that veteran on that team. I will be that veteran on defense in my rookie year. And Chase Young, you've seen a lot of that in Ohio State. Chase Young was the most fair D lineman in Ohio in NCAA his last season. Why? His last college season. Why? It's because he had a presence to him. He had that veteran presence to him, and he played like a veteran as well. He's confident like a veteran. You've seen it when he beat when he beat when they went to the playoffs and he said, "I want Tom," even though they didn't win. You could see it in his eyes. You could see it in his eyes that he was chasing great things, and that's what you see out of great players. We talked about this like with Tom Brady. We expect greatness out of great players, and Chase Young brings that. So the Washington football team gets a rookie leader who will end up probably leading till the end of his career, and they have now a defensive rookie of the year. So congratulations to Chase Young.
Absolutely. Congratulations to both rookie of the years. Now we move on to the offensive player and defensive player of the year. Offensive player of the year is none other than Derrick Henry. And as for defensive player of the year, it's none other than Aaron Donald. Um, before I say anything more, I want to start off with the defensive player of the year. All right, let me just say this. All right, I love Aaron Donald, future Hall of Famer. He's a 6-time All Pro. He's like a 3-time defensive player of the year at this point. But I gotta be honest with you, man. I know this is probably gonna rage a war in the comments, but TJ Watt should have won this award. I'm just giving it to you straight. I'm giving it to you straight. Let me read you guys something, all right? This is TJ Watt versus Aaron Donald. TJ Watt had 53 tackles in comparison to Aaron Donald's 41. TJ Watt had 15 sacks, and Aaron Donald had 13 and a half. Tackles for loss, TJ Watt with 23, Aaron Donald for 12. Pressures, TJ Watt had 55, Aaron Donald had 42. QB hits, TJ Watt had 41, Aaron Donald had 26. Forced fumbles, TJ Watt had 2, Aaron Donald had 4. Passes defended, TJ Watt had 7, Aaron Donald had 1. And interceptions, TJ Watt had 1, Aaron Donald had none. There was another one that Aaron Donald led TJ Watt. I think it was quarterback pressures, something like that. Yeah, it was pressures.
Yeah. The only thing that Aaron Donald led on him was forced fumbles. Aaron Donald had 4, TJ Watt had 2.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think TJ Watt got snubbed. I love Aaron Donald. He's a future Hall of Famer. But I really think this award should have went to TJ Watt. This is the only one I disagree with. But I mean, I'm not the one who voted, so I mean, congratulations to Aaron Donald anyway. As for offense, excuse me, you can go on.
Yeah, I just want to touch a little bit. I'm not gonna stay long on it because I agree with everything that you say. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And that's the thing though. When you build when a defensive player, when you become such a great defensive player for so long, it's like you're accustomed to that award. It's like you're automatically gonna get it as long as you have that good of a season. Like for instance, like Aaron Donald has proven how great he was for so many years that like for some reason it's hard not to give him the award. But when you talk about a season, TJ Watt beats him in every category, but it's the name. You know what I'm saying? It's the name that sticks with people. This is Aaron Donald we're talking about. This is the most fearsome defensive lineman in the game. He's not. I don't think he was the best this year. I think it was TJ Watt, and those stats that you read prove it. Numbers don't lie. But when you talk about, when you create a name for yourself, people will end up remembering that name, and because they remember that name, I do feel like sometimes it turns into a popularity contest. But I'm not saying that Aaron Donald is a bad defensive lineman. Absolutely. I'm not saying that at all. Aaron Donald is one of the greatest overall, not this year, but overall, since he's been playing, he has been the best defensive player in the game, without a doubt. Absolutely. But we're talking about 1 year. In this 1 year, I think it should have went to TJ Watt.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. As for offensive player of the year, I expected this. Derrick Henry is just a whole nother breed of human at this point. He had 2,027 rushing yards, 17 touchdowns. He's the 6th player in NFL history to accomplish that feat. And he led the league in outright. Oh, no, not right. He's the 6th player in NFL history to lead the league outright in rushing yards and touchdowns in back-to-back seasons. I think he was like the 5th or 6th to put up 2,000 yards in like a single season or like years. I don't remember. I can't remember. But either way, it's still pretty impressive. Whether it's a 5th time, and it doesn't matter. It's just absolutely monstrous. And I thought Derrick Henry kind of fell off in the beginning because like he wasn't really that flashy in like the first half. In the second half, he just absolutely exploded. And if he was like that throughout the entire year, imagine what he would have done. He probably would have had a little over 2,500 yards, but that's just me speculating. I can't tell you that for sure. But I mean, with that said, congratulations to Derrick Henry, and I expect great things out of this man moving forward.
Right, absolutely. And I mean, when you really take a look at Derrick Henry, right? Like you say, like the 6th, I believe he might be the 6th. I believe running backs who have hit 1,000 yards, Eric Dickerson, Terrell Davis, Adrian Peterson, Sean Alexander, Chris Johnson, and Derrick Henry's the sixth. So he might be I think he is the sixth. I think I just named the five that done it. I think Sean Alexander hit 2,000 yards one year. Pretty sure. So I think he is the sixth. He's definitely the fifth or sixth. The one thing I love, Derrick Henry, I think he's hit back to back. He has been the rushing leader in
Yeah,
the NFL. And and obviously I'm a Vikings fan, and we all know the man Dalvin Cook. But let me tell you something. And Derrick Henry said it. Dalvin Cook's the best running back in the league. I don't agree with him. Derrick Henry is the best running back in this league. There is no doubt about it. Derrick Henry is the most feared running back in this league. I think he is the most athletic running back in this league, to be honest. Well, not athletic. Let's go with this. Powerful. He's the most powerful running back in the NFL. So when you take a look at Derrick Henry, it's so weird because the past two seasons, we look at him in the beginning, we're like, wow, this dude is so slow. This dude's having such a bad year. And then week 6 flies by, boom, Derrick Henry takes off like a bus. It's insanely incredible. It is. And you've seen it. He hit over 2,000 yards. That's really hard for a running back to do, hit 2,000 yards in a season. Very hard for them to do. But Derrick Henry is just that dude. Derrick Henry, I think, will be the next great running back. Without a doubt.
agree.
And I absolutely agree. He should have been Offensive Player of the Year because I believe he was the most exciting offensive player to watch, if that makes any sense to you.
No, I agree.
You can make a case for Aaron Rodgers, and that's great and everything. You can make a case for Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. You can make a case for whoever, but I think Derrick Henry was the most exciting offensive player to watch this season. So with that being said, congratulations to Derrick Henry.
Absolutely. We got 4 more awards coming at you with you guys. Starting with the Coach of the Year, it is none other than Kevin Stefanski of the Cleveland Browns. So, you know what, Mario, I'll let you start this one since this is your guy.
Yeah, Kevin Stefanski's my guy. He was my offensive coordinator last year for the Vikings. Look, Kevin Stefanski did a great job with this team. He did a great job with the Cleveland Browns team, especially the fact that Kevin Stefanski ended up going to the playoffs without an Odell Beckham Jr. You know what I'm saying? He did a great job. I think him and the Browns front office did an absolutely amazing job in drafting. You know what I'm saying? We got rookies. We got second-year They got not we, because I'm not a Browns fan, but they got rookies. They got second-year players coming in and making big moves, such as Rashad Higgins, Donovan Peoples-Jones had a great season had a good season with the Browns. Obviously, Jarvis Landry was a key factor to that team. Baker Mayfield in his, I want to say third year, if I'm correct, third year.
Yeah, I think so.
Baker Mayfield had a great season, and he did a lot of that play action that he did with the Minnesota Vikings. He put a lot of that play action into Cleveland, which I think really helped Baker Mayfield. Because when you look at Baker Mayfield and Kirk Cousins, you can kind of make a connection with them, saying how like they're good quarterbacks, they have good deep balls, but not consistent. Well, Kevin Stefanski made sure with that play action that they were going to take away some of those turnovers that Baker had, and they were going to and they were going to make a great season out of Baker Mayfield, and they did. And you also got to remember, they went toe to toe with the Chiefs too. So we got to give despite who was quarterback that last quarter, we got to give the Browns credit. They had a great season. So Kevin Stefanski, do I want to say he deserved it? It's tough, man. Because I always think that like teams like Andy Reid, I think he could have earned it, deserved it. Bruce Arians could have deserved it. Sean Payton, you know what I'm saying? These guys who like we feel should, you know what I'm saying? We feel should earn it. But if we're talking about like how they led their team to success, I believe that once Kevin Stefanski came in, that whole team did a whole 360 and just turned the attitude around. And I think the future is very bright for Kevin Stefanski. So with that being said, congratulations on winning the Coach of the Year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you with how you say like the coach that goes all the way deserves the honors. I think the reason why, like you said, Kevin Stefanski being the Coach of the Year was because the team went through a whole 360. I've been saying it before this. The Browns have the talent, but they do not have the coach. You think Hugh Jackson was going to get them over the hump? No. You think Freddie Kitchens was going to get them over the hump? No. Was Kevin Stefanski going to get them over the hump? Maybe. And guess what? He did. So, I mean, everybody's like Super Bowl bust with this team. No, I mean, look at who they were going up against. So, I mean, the future is absolutely bright for Cleveland Browns fans. I don't want them to hold their heads down. I want them to hold their heads up. because this is something that this is something that you're gonna love to see because guess what? The Browns are gonna be a good team for many years to come. I can already see it. And it all circles around Kevin Stefanski. So with that said, congratulations to Kevin Stefanski. Um, we got 2 more awards for you. We'll get you the Walter Payton Man of the Year, and that award went to Russell Wilson, Chef Russ. Um, Now the Walter Payton Man of the Year. I think the player receives like a $40,000 donation in their name to the charity of their choice, and Wilson gets an additional $250,000 donation to go to charity as well. Him and his wife Ciara run the Why Not You Foundation, which Wilson started in 2014. The foundation has donated over $9 million to Strong Against Cancer since its inception, which is absolutely incredible. So I'll give it to you, Mario.
Well, first, congratulations to not Walter Payton, Russell Wilson on winning the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Yeah, I mean, when you look at Russell Wilson, I mean, we talk about how great of a quarterback and great of a leader he is on the field, and how extremely humble this man is, and how many like years and like throughout the years he's been playing, how professional he is, and now we just add Walter Payton to his list. You know what I'm saying? I think it's incredible that he does a lot of charity work for cancer. Him and his wife Ciara, especially raising over $9 million. But the one thing I want to say is a lot of these people who get like nominated for Walter Payton Man of the Year, they don't do it to get nominated. They don't do these charities to get nominated. You know what I'm saying? They don't do it because they're
They do it
thinking,
because
oh
they
man, I
actually
want to
care
win the
about.
Walter Payton Man of the Year.
They do it
They
because
don't
they actually care about their community.
exactly. They do it because they actually care about the cause that they're supporting, and so they don't like as good as that award is to them. So it's not good because they won the award. They like that award because it shows them that people actually are taking notice of their work. But even if they're not taking notice of their work, they're still happy with what the work that they're doing outside of football, because again, sports is there's something so much bigger than sports, and your legacy can only go so far in sports. For instance, let me take Muhammad Ali for example. Great boxer in the ring. One of the reasons why he's known as being the greatest is because what he did outside the ring. You know what I'm saying? Standing up for not he didn't want to join the draft, standing up for that because he didn't want to go overseas, and he said, I don't want to kill Vietnamese people when they've done nothing to us. Guys like Colin Kaepernick making a bigger legacy than what he did in his sport. LeBron James always talking about always taking stands and speaking his mind on what he believes in. There's certain legacies that you have that are bigger than sports, whether people agree with it or not. There are certain legacy outside of the sport can completely change your name. You know, so from just being a name of that every sports fan knows to a name that everybody around the world knows. And so, with that being said, whether he gets that notoriety, as much notoriety or not, I do expect Russell Wilson to keep doing great things in the world. And I just want him to know, I don't think he's watching this video, but if someday he does watch, I just want him to know that we are taking notice of it, and we are extremely proud to be fans of Russell Wilson.
Absolutely agree. We got 2 more. We got 2 more awards given out. Next one is the not the AO, the NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Do I even need to say who it is?
Yeah.
No, I'll say it anyways. It was Alex Smith. I mean, come on. I mean, this was a no-brainer.
I thought it was gonna be Ben.
Yeah, right. Like, anyway, speaking of Ben, he was the one. He was the runner-up. The voting was 49-1. That's how much of a no-brainer this was. Obviously, we all know what happened to Alex Smith. He suffered a broken fibula and tibia. I think that's how you say that. And it was followed up with 17 surgeries from the infections that nearly cost him not only his leg but his life too. That's incredible. And the fact that he was able to come back on the field was just absolutely incredible. I mean, that's something you don't come back from. That's
Right.
just something you don't come back from. Obviously having surgery on your elbow, which is what happened at Big Ben. I mean, that's a big deal. But the thing with that, you can come back from that. You may not be the same, but you can come back from that. You don't come back from 17 surgeries on one leg. That doesn't happen.
Right.
And most of the time, that results in your leg getting amputated, and that didn't happen with it.
Right. And Alex Smith's story might not be the biggest comeback in NFL. It might be the biggest comeback in sports.
Absolutely.
It might be one of those biggest comebacks in sports. Like the only other I can think of where like a guy almost lost his life and came back was like Vinny Pazienza. He was like a heavyweight boxer, and he got into a major car accident that left him paralyzed, and then he ended up working back and he ended up boxing again. And there are a few others. They're just not off the top of my head right now. But we're gonna focus on Alex Smith. First of all, congratulations on an amazing comeback from Alex Smith and winning comeback player of the year. He absolutely deserved it. A lot of people said, I don't care if he threw 28 picks with no TDs. He absolutely deserved it
Absolutely.
because there was not many people that come back from that. There isn't. And I remember watching that injury on TV, and it's something that you didn't want to see.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Especially to a insanely smart and great player like Alex Smith. Alex Smith was a game changer on his own. You know, when he stepped on the Kansas City Chiefs, they started winning a little bit. When he stepped on to the Niners, they started winning a little bit. When he went to the football team back when they were with the Redskins, people may not know this, but they were 6-3.
they were actually a really good
I
team.
mean,
And then he got
they
injured.
were a
That
very
was it.
good team. He got hurt and they started falling down. Now he comes back, and now the Washington football team goes to the playoffs. I mean, regardless, it is the NFC least, but regardless of that, we can't take no accomplishments away from him. He came in and he took that team to an NFC playoff berth. And Alex Smith, I gotta give him all the credit in the world. I think he said like his biggest motivation was his wife and kids. Look, I just want to say this to people who like are going through something or need to make a comeback. If you need to make if you need motivation, just know there's somebody out there who loves you, or there might be somebody out there who looks up to you, or there's somebody out there who wants to see you do good. And I mean, that's the motivation you need. That's the motivation you would need to use. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is impossible, and I suggest people start remembering that and end up doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? End up not giving up because there's so much more to life. And Alex Smith proves that with his story. So with that being said, congratulations to Alex Smith. Much
Absolutely.
deserved.
Congratulations to Alex Smith. Your story inspires me and so many others. With that said, we got the last award, the MVP award. Who won it? He's a bad man. His name is Aaron Rodgers. The baddest man. Yeah, that's right. He won. He had 48 passing TDs this season, which led the league, and he had the fewest interceptions with 5. He had a QB rating of 84.4. That is incredible. I'll say this. I think the Packers drafting Jordan Love is the best thing that ever happened to Aaron Rodgers. I think them drafting Aaron Rodgers, not Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, really pissed off Aaron Rodgers and was like, I need to prove that I'm still this guy. I'm still the guy that you need. And a lot of people were like, what the hell are the Packers doing? I was one of those guys. I was like, what are they doing? Are they really moving on from Aaron Rodgers? And Aaron Rodgers goes out there and has an MVP season. I mean, I'm I think that was the best thing that ever happened to him.
No, absolutely. I mean, first, congratulations to Aaron Rodgers on winning his third MVP. It's his third now. So congratulations on him on winning the MVP. Obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of Aaron Rodgers, but I can't lie to you. I mean, 48 TDs with 5 interceptions. That is an insanely good season. 2 more TDs, he would have had a 50 TD season, which not many quarterbacks have done. Only 3. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes have only had 50 TD seasons. So he was 2 TDs short. But besides that, Aaron Rodgers had an amazing season. Last season, he had a decent season, but it wasn't an Aaron Rodgers season, you know? He had 24 TDs with like 5 picks. He has the same amount of picks this year, but almost doubles that up. So, I mean, when you really look at it, he was definitely the most valuable player on his team. And last year we were talking about it, because personally, I felt like Aaron Jones last year was probably more valued. That 1 year last year, I felt like he was more relied on in some cases than Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? This year, that wasn't the case. This year, it was Aaron Rodgers is the dude. Everything runs through him, and that's exactly what happens. And look, I mean, I can't, I'm not, again, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this guy, of him, but because obviously I'm a Vikings fan. But listen, I cannot deny when I see greatness, and Aaron Rodgers is greatness. And so, with that being said, congratulations to Aaron Rodgers on winning the 2020-2021 season MVP, and it's much deserved.
Absolutely, I completely agree. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers, the baddest man on earth. Congratulations to all the award winners. I wish them all the best of luck. Same thing with the runner-ups and everybody that was in the award conversation. Good luck to all you guys. I wish you all the best of luck in the future.